So a lot of you guys know I work with NBA players, but what you don't know is how the training sessions came about and what happens before and after. So I'm going to tell you guys 5 different unique stories I've had working with NBA players. The first one is the first ever NBA players I trained, Marcus and Markieff Morris. Now this was November of 2020. I was in Boynton Beach, Florida, visiting my grandparents for Thanksgiving. And every time I travel, what I'll do is I'll go on Instagram and I'll search that location with basketball. So I think I searched Boynton Beach, Miami, Boca Raton basketball. And a guy named Scoop Jardine's account came up. Scoop Jardine is a legendary point guard from Syracuse University and had a pro career. So I hit up Scoop and I was like, hey, I see you're in the gym. I'll come help you out any way I can. So he sends me an address and he says, pull up. So I took a 30-minute Uber leaving my family. Mind you, I'm only 20 years old. I get to this long road, dirt on one side, mansions on another side. I'm like, are you sure this is the right spot? So I pull up, the Uber driver lets me out. I don't really know where I am. I walk through this gate, I walk to the back, and I look inside this kind of glass window, and I see Markieff Morris in the weight room. So I'd never been around NBA players before. I walk in, and Scoop tells me I'm going to run the workout. So it's funny, I'm actually just worked out Wooga Poplar this week getting ready for his NBA pre-draft, and it was Wooga Poplar and the Morris brothers, so I got to work them out. That was a really cool story where it was the first time I worked out NBA players, and it really got me introduced to that world. So the second one is when I interned for Drew Hanlon in Philadelphia for his NBA pre-draft workouts. I had no idea what to expect. I went to Drew's seminar a year prior, and I asked him to intern for him. So a year later, he posted that he was in Philly, and again, I swiped up and said, hey, I'd love to come help you out. So I pull up to this random gym in Philly, and inside was Mac McClung and Charles Bassey. Little did I know that would start relationships that lasted to this day. And Drew actually had to leave for a weekend, so I got to run an entire pre-draft with Ball is Life coming and filming a whole documentary, and I was the lead trainer for that with Mac and Charles. And it was cool because they were like probably 7 or 8 interns, all in their late 20s or early 30s, and I was only 21 years old getting to essentially run this pre-draft when Drew was gone. So that was a really cool experience and really gave me a lot of confidence that I can do this and I can really be an impactful trainer in this field. So the third one is a couple weeks later, I went to LA, also working with Drew, but now it's his NBA players. So Tyler Hero, Kelly Oubre, Taco Fall, Mo Bamba, Shemi Ojala, you name it. And I'm out there again as the lead intern, and Drew had to leave for a weekend. So now I'm out there essentially with no plan. I'm running workouts for Kelly Oubre, Shemi, Mo Bamba, Taco Fall. And again, this is only my second or third time working with NBA players. So it really allowed me to gain confidence, and that regardless of my age or my experience, I learned that confidence is everything. If you command a workout and you show guys that you're confident in your ability and you know what you're doing, but it also taught me the importance of collaboration. I never wanted to be one of those trainers where this is my workout, it's my drills. If you don't listen, if you don't follow the rules, I'm not working with you. No, I wanted it to be collaborative. So I would ask Kelly, what do you want to work on today? I would ask Shemi, what do you think of this drill? Because it not only allowed me to get feedback, but it allowed me to create a sense of psychological safety with those players that even though I was 21, they knew that Drew vetted for me and I was Drew's intern, but they knew that they could trust me and they could work for me. So that was super cool, and I'm eternally grateful for Drew giving me that experience and that platform. The fourth experience was with my guy, Lamar Stevens. I got connected with Lamar because we both went to Penn State. Started working with Lamar in the summers because he's from Philly. First off, just an overall great dude, one of the best guys I've ever been around. So we got to go to New York for a weekend in the summer of 2022, right before Lamar was reporting for the Cavaliers training camp. I was helping him in Philly when he was with his other trainer. Shout out my guy, Henry Wu, and some of the Cavs coaches, shout out Brian Tabaldi. I was helping them for 5 or 6 weeks in Philly, and then they were out of town, so Lamar asked me to go to New York to work with him for the weekend. So we went out to New York. My brother and friends live in New York, so I got to stay with them. And the MBPA facility, for those of you who don't know, is in a high-rise building in the center of Manhattan. So we got to work out the MBPA facility for 2 or 3 days, and it was really cool. I was getting to lead the workout with a player who was on a current NBA roster, which was super, super cool to me. Again, I'm 22 years old. We got to go to a really nice steak dinner. We went to a comedy show. So it really showed me what it was like being somebody's guy, so to speak, going to another city with them bringing you with them, taking you out to dinner, and really trusting you to work them out. So that was really cool. I'm always rooting for Lamar. I'm always watching from afar, so I appreciate Lamar for that experience. The fifth one is a guy who's not in the NBA yet, but he's going to be in the NBA, my guy Brendan Hawson. This one is crazy because the way that Brendan found me, he's from a small town, Amarillo, Texas, which is completely the other side of the country from outside of Philadelphia. Brendan committed to Villanova when Jay Wright recruited him. Nate and I make a lot of vlogs when we travel, so we went down to Gate City to train with Mac McClung, and we would vlog it. And Brendan was just sitting in his class his senior year of high school on YouTube, and my video popped up. And Brendan, it's funny when he tells this story, he's like, your video popped up, and I was like, I've looked up to Mac for a while, and these guys are, so he looked me up on Instagram. He found I was from Philly, so he DM'd me, and we connected that July when he was up for freshman summer session at Villanova. We worked out every single day for a week straight. I think we went to hibachi, or we got acai bowls after every workout. We just clicked right away. It was really cool to, he's like a younger brother to me, but he was a couple years younger than me, but he was kind of lonely out here. He didn't know anybody. He was from Texas, so I took him under my wing. We actually went to Margate, New Jersey that weekend. The first week we ever met, I took him to my beach house to work out down there. What a lot of you guys probably don't know about some of these college programs, Villanova in particular, is they're very territorial over their guys. And it's not a bad thing. They don't want outside trainers or outside people impacting their players or coming into their facilities. So we went down to Margate City to work with Brendan, and I think I was posting some videos about it, and one of Brendan's assistant coaches called him, cursing him out, saying like, you know, you shouldn't be working with these other trainers and you shouldn't be doing this. And it was the first time I realized that my actions with these high-level players have some consequences. So it really made me think about maybe you don't have to post everything when you're in the gym, or make sure you check with the player first if it's okay that their coaches, you know, are going to see it. I don't want to get them in trouble. So it really made me realize, like, wow, these guys have a whole other life with their college coaches and their schools. So I got to be really careful with that. But that was a really cool experience, and that started a great friendship and client relationship with Brendan. So those are some really cool stories. Another bonus one is just when, you guys have probably heard this a million times, Nate and I drove 9 hours to go train Mac McClung in his hometown for the first time. And I think the moral of all these stories is you have to be persistent. You have to go after your dreams, and you can't worry about your age or experience. The worst thing that happens is they say no. If they say no, you're at the same spot that you're at right now. Go for it, reach out, go make your dreams happen. I hope you guys enjoyed some of those stories. I'm going to have a lot more of those as I continue climbing up the ranks, training my higher level guys, NBA players, hopefully some WNBA players. Shout out Caitlin Chen. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this style of video. I wanted to kind of share some of that. A ton more stories I have to share. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.